Questions for Coach?
Coach, can you kind of look back and just talk a little bit about the Charlotte game?
You know, very disappointing how the first play of the game started. It should have started like that. You know, big play from the get-go. I think kind of set us on our heels a little bit after that. We talk about all the time, making them earn it, and first play of the, game, basically out the gate, get all the way down to, to the compete zone, and 2 plays later to score. That's not what we're looking for out of starting a football game. I thought, that third down when they ran the power and they scored on a touchdown, there was no urgency in our part of getting ready. I mean, they were lined up and we're just kind of moseying around. Got to get that corrected this week for sure. And then, we got into halftime. And we talked about settling down, and I thought the second half they played better, but I don't know why it takes, all that adversity to strike before us to play well. And, we got to get that corrected this week for sure.
Coach, kind of followed what you were saying there. When you think back and you look at the week of practice and you look at the early part of game day, do you think the team, did you think the team was pretty well focused going into the game?
Honestly, I did. I mean, I thought we had a good week of preparation. We met a lot as a group, just talked about what they did and, why they do it. And we, just sort of make sure everybody was on the same page. To be honest with you, we should know what was coming in the first play. And we all did, and we just did execute. We just did execute, bottom line. So I can make no excuses for it. We just did execute.
After a game like that, the next week, is it easier or harder to get them back focused again?
I'll tell you after today, but I mean, to me, the one thing I will say is yesterday, the majority of the guys on defense were up here watching film yesterday on their own. And they came around and you could tell that they were, we're upset about it. They're upset about it, and they know we got to get it corrected. I'll say that's the first time I've seen that many on a Sunday around. We're here all day on Sunday, and we came down here, and all of a sudden there was like 8 of them in here at one time watching it together and talking. So I thought that was encouraging, but what I'm saying, we just have to see how it plays out this week. Backs against the wall, we got to go to war. I thought we prepared hard last week, but coming out, it didn't look like that. And then all of a sudden we got to halftime, like I was saying, and kind of got things settled down a little bit, and they know that that's not what we're looking for. They came out in the second half. I thought they played good, but like I said, I don't understand why it takes that long to see that. We need to come out from the first drive of the game, and play like that for 4 quarters. Stop playing a half a game and start playing a full game.
When you look in the film, what was the biggest issue about pass retention? Was it tackling, zone reads, gaps? What was it?
Yeah, a little bit of gaps, a little bit of tackling. Just urgency. I think urgency and a couple of gap fits that they got us out of gap, but we didn't contain our gap, and all of a sudden that's all it needs. All it takes is one gap. Everything could be completely. Everybody could be in their gap except one guy, and all of a sudden that's the one that hurts. So that's kind of what happened on Saturday.
Coach, during the second half, noticed a little bit you're doing some different things with your linebackers. You had Sherrod Ruff and Parker in there together more. Can you talk about that, and is that something we can expect to see more of?
Yeah, obviously, yeah, but honestly, we've done it a lot all year. The last couple of weeks, I've played them a lot, except for the previous week because Sherrod was hurt. But, going in, we played, just mixing the 3 guys up. Elijah is very versatile. He can play the stinger position. He can play the Mike position. And CJ and Ruff can do it all too. So we're just getting different groups, just so the same 2 guys aren't playing the whole time, and we're getting, proper rests, and so we're ready to go throughout the whole game. But all 3 of those guys have played a lot for me throughout the season. They will continue to play a lot.
Was there anything you saw Saturday? You talk about a lack of urgency and not fitting gaps, and I guess kind of a lack of execution. Or was there anything you saw Saturday that was like new that you hadn't seen?
No, that was probably the disappointing part on our part, to be honest with you. Getting here Sunday, even on Saturday, we're getting to the sideline and saying, look, we know this zone read is coming. We talked about that all week. Why are we not doing what we're supposed to be doing? And I just didn't. For some reason, we didn't process that information, and we didn't execute. So, that's on us. So we got to go back to work and get that fixed.
do you anticipate doing anything differently moving forward? After, you know, it seems it's been at least a couple of games where there's been, like you said, a lack of execution, a lack of urgency.
You know, maybe scaling down a little bit, maybe. We'll talk about that as the week goes on and kind of seeing what we're good at and maybe just kind of sticking to those things, but we'll see. I mean, you know, we look back at the year and we're sitting here beating ourselves up, and well deserved, but there's been plenty of good spots too. I mean, you look, you're still number 20 in the country in total defense. You know, if we stop giving up the big play, we can become a lot better. But you know, we gotta find a way to get it done, and just make sure that we do what we're good at. And I think that's gonna be the emphasis of this week more than anything.
Coach, you in the coordinator's position, does it make it that much more frustrating when you look and see just how good the defense has played at times and the national rankings, especially on third downs and your total defense? Does it make it even that much more frustrating when you see the offensive player going for the long, you know, for the big play?
Very, especially because we talk about not giving up the big play. And, you know, we talk about in this room getting them to third down and seeing how good we are on third down. And just stop giving up the big play, making them earn it. You know, like when they went 12 plays for 99 yards, none of us were happy about that. But it was better than 3 plays and 85 yards. You know what I'm saying? But at least they had a fight for that. And the longer you make an offense go, the more plays, there's more opportunity for them to screw up somewhere. And we could take advantage of that. So I think, you know, that's definitely something big that we got to really do is definitely stop giving up the big play, start creating some turnovers. I think that's another area that I think that's huge in the game. We talk about all the time is make sure we get the ball back to our offense and opportunities. And you know, just you know, last week we didn't get any, and you know, the week before we got 1. You know, so we got to do a better job at that. That's just something that we got to definitely do a better job of. Those are momentum plays that get the sideline excited, they get everybody excited, and those kind of plays change the game. And we gotta start creating those, and we have not done a good job of that.
You guys punching the ball out and rip drills, things of that nature?
Oh yeah, of course. I mean, we got a turnover circuit that we do, but we're not applying it, so we got to do more of it, you know. And you know, that's something we'll definitely emphasize this week. We do it every week, but we'll definitely emphasize it a little bit more this week, because at the end of the day, that's the game is won and lost with the football. So we got to get the football back to the offense. That's what this whole thing is about. It's about the football. So we got to find a way to get that to our offense as many times as possible. And we ain't doing a good job of that right now.
Anything else? Coach, thank you.
Okay, see you guys.